Feliz de ver vocês.
Hello?
Estamos admitindo todas as pessoas, então só 2 minutos antes que todo mundo fique dentro da reunião. Tem muitas pessoas hoje, evento muito especial. Espero que vocês todos vão gostar.
Hello?
Hello. I'll speak in English in a few. I have to share my screen to show how to do the interpretation. YouTube está no ar. That's great. Idiomas. We'll start in 2 minutes. We're just letting everyone enter. صباح الخير, Senor George. 30 participants. And we're still counting. Okay. I think we're on air on YouTube. I've got this confirmation. People are joining in. I think there'll be more people joining in. Yeah, we can. I think we can start. Just before Her Excellency Ambassador Jazar speaks her introduction of the event today, I'm just going to share my screen very quickly to show you and show everyone how you can switch languages, because we have live translation from English to Portuguese. So for people that are new to Zoom, I think you can all see the presentation right now. So you can click on the interpretation button below on your screen, and you can choose in which language you'd like to listen. Okay, so if you want to listen in Portuguese, you click, you listen in Portuguese. If you want to listen in English, please feel free, you click and you listen in English. Today we're going to have some people that are going to speak in Portuguese, and most people will speak in English like usual. So I just want to make sure that this is clear for everyone. If I may, I'm going to give the floor to Her Excellency Ambassador Carla Jazar to open up this last day of our event, and hopefully not the last day, because I'm sure we're going to have more days like this to come. Your Excellency, please.
Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our fourth and last day of the first edition of the virtual fair for Lebanese products that is happening for the first time on the scale of Brazil as a whole. After 3 successful days, over 3 weeks, during which we had the pleasure to demonstrate the best that Lebanon can offer in terms of food, olive oil, wine, and alcoholic beverages, and medium industry products. And with more than 1,000 viewers on YouTube, we're glad to kick off the Franchise Day, where 9 Lebanese brands will pitch their services in different industries. And here again, we have a special partner for the event, which is the Brazilian Association of Franchises, ABF, whose Director of International Projects, Mr. Bruno Amado, will make a presentation afterward. As you know, my dear friends, Lebanese people are well known for their creativity. It runs through their blood. This leads them to create interesting concepts that can be later transformed into franchising. Hence, we are going to see some interesting companies pitch their services in the restaurant and bar industry, in the nuts production, and in daycare and entertainment categories. With our virtual fair ending today, I would like to seize this opportunity to express my gratitude to the more than 40 Lebanese companies who participated in the event all over. I'd also like to thank all our Brazilian partners, on top of which the Arab-Brazilian Chamber of Commerce, along with 20 others. This event would not have been possible or successful without them. And I'm confident that our partnership will endure in the near future. So thank you all for the interest you've had so far in this event, and welcome to I welcome any future endeavor and collaboration. And as I'm looking forward to any near project, I'd like to pass on the floor to our economic attaché, Mr. Anthony Musa, to moderate the event. And thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your kind words. Indeed, we had more than 40 companies with us during these 4 days, and I'm sure we're going to have more in the days to come. I'm going to leave the floor and I'm going to present Mr. Bruno Amado, the Director of International Projects in the Brazilian Association of Franchises. Mr. Bruno Amado, please.
Hello, thank you very much, Anthony. And Mrs. Ambassador Jassar, I'm very honored and happy to be here and present the Brazilian Franchise Association to you all, and welcome the Lebanese franchise companies that want to learn a little bit more about the Brazilian markets and possibly enter our so huge Brazilian markets. I have prepared a very short presentation just to talk a little bit about our association, and as well present some interesting facts about the Brazilian franchise markets. Let me try to share my screen. Can you see my screen? Yes?
Yes.
Well, ABF is today the second largest franchise association in the world. We are only behind the American Franchise Association, and we have more than 1,300 members here in Brazil. Of these members, we have about 1,000 franchisors, and we also have franchisees, consultants, suppliers, and all companies that are related to the franchise industry in Brazil. We were established in 1987, so we have more than 30 years helping the franchise system in Brazil, and also promote the best practices in the franchise in Brazil. Our main pillars at ABF are the protagonism in the franchise industry in Brazil. We have an office in Brasília that we hired to defend our interest in the franchise industry, interested in government and taxes matters here in Brazil. We also have education teams in ABF, so we have many online and presential courses to help franchisees, franchisors, and others people that want to enter the franchise system to be excellent in the franchise industry. And also sustainability, helping companies to promote their business and to sell their units to prospect leads here in Brazil and abroad. Well, our show, ABF Expo, is today one of the largest franchise expos in the world. Unfortunately, due to the COVID pandemic, we could not have our show last year and also this year. But last presidential edition that we had here in São Paulo in 2019, we counted with more than 400 brands exhibiting and more than 66,000 visitors in 4 days of show. We have already scheduled for next year. It will happen here in São Paulo in June, from the 22nd to the 25th of June in Expo Center Norte, São Paulo. And we would be more than honored to have Lebanese companies exhibiting in our show, and if possible, Lebanese pavilion representing the Lebanese franchise industry here in Brazil. I will share with you some facts about the franchise industry in Brazil, beginning with some basic data on the Brazilian markets. Now we are the 13th biggest economy in the world, with a population of more than 200,000 million people. We have 26 states plus the federal district, Brasília, where Anthony is based. Our GDP is 1.3 trillion in 2020, with a per capita income of more than $66,000. And the franchise segment represents 2.7% of our GDP, what is very relevant. And in Brazil, we have 25 cities with more than 1 million inhabitants, and 550 malls. As for 2020, the last quarter of the year, we have counted that we have more than 1,500 one farmers wish. Well, more than 156,000 units of franchise companies open here in Brazil, with a revenue of more than $30 billion. And in Brazil, we have now operating 2,068 brands. Of these brands, we have curious data that more than 95% are brands of Brazilian origin. That shows that we are a very strong, we have a very strong franchise industry in Brazil, but also shows that we still are a very closed and difficult country for foreign companies to enter. According to the World Franchise Council, when a foreign company thinks about expanding abroad, Brazil is the 13th market when they think about internationalization. So when a company comes to Brazil, in average, they are in already 12 or 13 countries. Just showing the industry of the franchise industry in Brazil. To see in each segment, the more important is the food service franchise, but we have a decrease, of course, because of the COVID, and also we have a decrease in other main sectors in Brazil. But the most important are food service, then home and building, communication, computer and electronics, entertainment and recreation, hotel tourism, cleanliness and conservation, fashion, health. Well, I will share this presentation out with you later, so you can consult and check the information. And also we have all this information in ABF portal. Just to show you how we surf the impact from COVID pandemic, we had a decrease in terms of units from 2019 to 2020, from 160 units in 2019 to 156,000 in 2020. In terms of revenue, we also had a decrease. So we were back to the levels of 2018. But if compared with other sectors in the economy, we are not doing that bad. In terms of networks, it's a natural data that small business suffer more than huge companies. So the average of units per chain had increased from 55 to 58.8 units per franchisor. That was a huge impact from the COVID crisis. We had lost 7.6% of the job positions in Brazil. Fortunately, well, we have numbers that project that we are recovering our economy for this year. So we plan to have an increase of 80% in our revenues, also in number of units and chains and jobs. Of course, this is only a projection. If everything goes well and the vaccination helps to solve this pandemic crisis, and we are able to rebuild our economy and open our business, it will be probably a little bit more than these numbers. ABF is part of the World Franchise Council, as the Lebanese Franchise Association is. And we're also members and founders of the FIAF, the Federación Iberoamericana de Franquicias. And important information, the permanent headquarters of the FIAF is moving to Brazil, and now ABF is going to hold this FIAF headquarters here in São Paulo. In terms of international promotion, we have a partnership with Apex Brazil. That's the Brazilian TPO, Trade Promotion Organization. We have this partnership with them to promote the Brazilian brands that want to expand abroad. This partnership is more than 15 years long. And at this point, we are not able to take part in international events, but we are doing lots of online capacitation and business meetings. As the Lebanese franchise are here, we also promoting our companies in a virtual way in other countries. Well, we have mapped 163 Brazilian brands operating abroad. Of course, the main destination of the Brazilian companies that want to expand to other countries is the United States. Then, because of the same language and cultural aspects, Portugal, then Paraguay, because it's a very close and easy country to enter, and other Latin American and African countries. We would love to see Lebanon here in these charts. On the other hand, foreign companies operating in Brazil, we have 85 companies from the States, then 20 from Portugal, then Spain, United Kingdom, Argentina, Italy, France, Germany, Canada, Netherlands, and lots of others. In total, we have 214 foreign brands operating in Brazil from 30 countries. Well, that's the presentation I would like to share with you. Here are my contacts. I will be more than happy to talk with the Lebanese franchise companies that want to learn a little bit more about the ABF in the Brazilian markets. Now we are implementing a new category of members at ABF. That's the international members. So we are able to receive, as ABF members, companies that are still not operating in Brazil, but companies from Lebanon and companies from other countries. And for the Brazilian companies that are watching us now, we will be more than happy as well to talk with you and talk a little bit more about ABF and what we can do to help you to expand abroad and help you to expand in Brazil. So, Anthony, thank you very much for this invitation. And here are my contacts. Let me stop sharing the screen.
Thank you, Mr. Bruno. Very, very informative presentation. Wow, 200 foreign brands.
One information that I didn't share is that with the help of Anthony and the Lebanese embassy in Brazil, we are signing an MOU with the Lebanese Franchise Association that will allow us to work even more to promote this approach between Lebanese and Brazilian franchise companies.
Great. Thank you for this. For this detail. Mr. Bruno Amado, Director of International Projects in the LFA. Very important presentation. It's great to start off our day with so much information, with so much facts. 214 foreign brands are in the Brazilian market. This only shows the potential for franchises in this huge market. More than 500 shopping malls. So this is a big country, huge opportunities. For people that are looking to know more about the franchise industry, please feel free to contact Mr. Bruno Amado. Such a nice guy, great guy. He knows his stuff, he knows his business. Please feel free. And also, June 22nd of next year, they will have the franchise day, and it will be great if we can have a Lebanese pavilion during this day. So for every franchisor in Lebanon listening right now, please feel free to contact us if you're interested in participating and having a Lebanese pavilion showing the best of what Lebanon has to offer. Thank you again, Mr. Bruno. I'm sure you'll be contacted by people that are interested. I'm gonna move on to our next presentation. We have 9 more presentations for today. So this one is for Caspresso, a sub-brand of Casper and Gambini. I'm gonna share my screen, show the video, and then I'm gonna leave the floor to Mr. Roy Maroon, who's gonna talk more about his brand. Yes, so I hope you can all.
Worldwide, an established and passionate brand builder that symbolizes hard work, perseverance, and determination. The vision, dedication, and experience it takes to create innovative and successful F&B concepts that appeal to a diverse audience across international markets. The keys to our success: dedication to excellence and our commitment to the highest standards of quality and professionalism in the restaurant industry. At Ant Ventures, we specialize in making great restaurant concepts that are easy to establish and have a high potential for success. Our mission is to grow and expand internationally by developing and growing exceptional F&B concepts. Casper and Gambini's, where it all began. A revival of a dream. From a food cart opened in Trieste, Italy in 1948, to a small sandwich and salad delivery business established in Beirut in 1996, Casper and Gambini's has evolved into a fast-growing, unique all-day restaurant cafe concept with global appeal. At Casper and Gambini's, we look at things differently. Our chefs are nutritional artists. Our waiters are culinary guides. Our customers are partners with taste. Our specialty of serving gourmet meals and signature coffee with an emphasis on health and fresh ingredients equals an award-winning franchise in the Middle East, the Gulf, and Africa, with an objective to expand and grow in Europe and USA. Casper and Gambini's has become a modern benchmark for restaurant excellence, a reputation we will ensure to maintain as we continue our global expansion. Building on achievement, more innovative concepts by Ant Ventures. Falafel and More is a unique modern approach to serving traditional falafel and shawarma sandwiches. It is delicious, it is fast, it is affordable. Italian pizza and pasta, authentic Italian cuisine with casual flair and style, one-of-a-kind specialties for Italian lovers. From the Tree, Lebanon's first combined soft-served frozen yogurt and fruit juice bar, specializing in serving a variety of healthy treats the client can customize. Catchy store design, fun and friendly atmosphere. Bab Idris is an authentic Lebanese cuisine, inspired by the rustic cuisine of Beirut's distinct neighborhoods in a warm and stimulating setting. Our chefs create original delicacies that celebrate the best of Lebanese cuisine, including meze, salads, and perfectly char-grilled and seasoned authentic gourmet meals. With authentic flavors using the highest quality ingredients, our chefs create gourmet meals and original delicacies that celebrate the best of Lebanese cuisine. Silver Spoon Catering is dedicated to sharing its passion for culinary innovation. Treat your guests to quality cuisine, flawless service, culinary artistry. Add a flavorful and unique touch to your wedding, outdoor event, business meetings, welcome drinks. Become an Ant Ventures partner. Our comprehensive franchise program ensures easy franchise establishment. Our proven operational system promotes sustainable profitability. Our franchise team provides support every step of the way and in every facet of the business. At Ant Ventures, we partner to share success.
Okay, what an interesting presentation, offering the best of what Lebanon has to offer in the culinary industry. Something I forgot to mention, I want to thank Mr. Bruno Amado again, because I know he's traveling and he made time to be with us. So Mr. Bruno Amado, thank you again. Please feel free if whenever you want to go. I know you have travels today. I'm going to leave the floor to Mr. Thank you. I'm going to leave the floor to Mr. Roy Maroon, who's going to talk more about Ant Ventures and the lovely brands that they have, very famous in Lebanon. Water in my mouth. Mr. Roy Maroon, please feel free.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Anthony, for the introduction. Well, as Ant Ventures worldwide, first allow me to briefly introduce myself. My name is Roy Maroon. I'm the CEO of the company, which I joined since 1999 and still counting. In brief, I'm gonna split the details about the company into two parts. One reflecting the franchisor, we as head office, how we support our partners regionally, and give you the latest about our latest opening and the projects in the pipeline. Well, let me give you a brief about the support we provide. We'll start with Casperi Gambini's, which is a unique all-day restaurant cafe offering several revenue streams, whereby franchisees are able to capitalize on breakfast, lunch, dinner, delivery, and catering. As part of our all-day commitment to our customers, we offer a variety of solutions that appeal to adults, teens, kids, and hence ensuring a high volume potential due to the several revenue streams. As well, being like 25th, now it's worth to mention that we're celebrating our 25th anniversary, whereby we have a proven record of aggressively developing multi-unit restaurant systems. At the profitability front, it varies, and depending on sales, location, traffic, and operating costs, as well as the financing terms and the local operator ability to manage and control the cost of operating the business, among many, many other factors. Our team at the worldwide front and in Lebanon is always ready to provide assistance with site selection, lease negotiation, construction, store opening, marketing, plotting kitchen equipment, as well as interior design, until the every single detail in terms of electromechanical, etc., so that we ensure we don't miss any opening date or avoid any operational hiccup. Besides our ongoing support throughout the business terms, to support and build and sustain a successful business by implementing processes and procedures that have created the successful brand and leveraged across the franchise family. As Ant Ventures, we provide environment and our brands provide environment that drives repeat customers, friendly atmosphere, and proved to be market leader and innovator. Hence, operating right now 44 operations in 9 different countries. To name few, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Egypt, Jordan, Qatar, Nigeria, and lately in Syria. At the development level, I'm happy that we recently signed 3 new countries during summer, which are all in the pipeline and ready to kick off. The first one to kick off in December in Baghdad at the Dream City Mall, and the second one in Baghdad as a standalone in Q3 2022. The latest at the same front was Libya as a country. We've signed the franchise agreement and started our plans to finalize the locations. And the final country, which is Abidjan, the Côte d'Ivoire, that we managed to sign in July, and hopefully we'll kick it off during Q1 2022. At the front related to the last restaurants or the coming restaurants that will open during that year, we have at Riyadh front, Casper and Gambini's, as well as Caspresso Cafe in Al Malki area in Syria, which will open by December 1st. I hopefully made it clear or gave you a brief, which I'm ready to answer any further question. And thanking you again, Anthony.
Thank you, Mr. Roy Maroon, for this lovely video, lovely presentation. Parabéns, like we say here in Brazil. Congratulations on all the hard work. I'm sure it's paying off. You're making Lebanon proud, expanding everywhere. So especially in this crisis that we have. So congrats again. Please, Mr. Maroon, feel free to put your contact information in the chat if you didn't already. So if there are anyone watching interested in getting in touch, knowing more about the group and how you operate, and maybe interested in opening here in Brazil, I'm sure the market here can absorb and will be happy to have one of your brands. Thank you again for being with us.
Thank you.
I'm gonna move on to a next restaurant that we have, Layla restaurant. I'm gonna share my screen again, show you a video about their concept, their store, and later on give the floor to Mr. Tufik Boulous to talk more about this franchise concept they have. So if you allow me, I'm gonna share my screen.
كان يا مكان بس مش من كتير زمان. كان في ضيعة بلبنان معروفة بطيبة ناسها وبطيبة أكلاتها كمان، وكان في ليلى هي وستها. بيقولوا إنه ستها لليلى كان عندها نفس غير شكل على الأكل، وليلى كانت دايماً تراقبها وتتعلم منها لحد ما حفظت كل أكلاتها وصارت فنان. وإجا نهار دائم.
Okay, so I'm gonna try again.
عرفت إنه إجا الوقت اللي صار لازم تتركها تلحق قلبها. وهيك نزلت ليلى بنت ضيعتي لتشق طريقة أخذت بشنطتها كل علوميات ستها.
Okay, so I think there was an issue sharing the screen, a technical issue. I'm gonna try again to solve it. I hope you can see the screen now. Great.
كان يا مكان بس مش من كتير زمان. كان في ضيعة بلبنان معروفة بطيبة ناسها وبطيبة أكلاتها كمان، وكان في ليلى هي وستها. بيقولوا إنه ستها لليلى كان عندها نفس غير شكل على الأكل، وليلى كانت دايماً تراقبها وتتعلم منها لحد ما حفظت كل أكلاتها وصارت فنانة بطبخاتها. وإجا نهار داقت الست أكل من إيد ليلى. أول لقمة دقتها عرفت إنه إجا الوقت اللي صار لازم تتركها تلحق قلبها. وهيك نزلت ليلى بنت ضيعتي لتشق طريقها وتفتح مطعمها، وأخذت بشنطتها كل علوميات ستها، ضحكات ستها ووصفاتها توابلها وبهاراتها، الضيعة كلها نزلتها بهالشنطة. بعد سنين رحت لأعرف وين صارت ليلى بمشوارها، ولما فتت حسيت حالي بمطرح مش غريب، عن جد شعور قوي. التريا القديمة وصور العيلة المعلقة على الحيطان مثل كأني ببيتي. ولما قعدت حد النملية حسيت حالي قريب من ليلى، مرطبين المربى والكبيس مرتبة ومهفهفة مثل العادة. وصاروا عيوني يبرموا على الطاولات العامرة بالسلطات والميزة اللبنانية على أصولها، وكله من وجه الصحارى. ومع إنه الأكلات كلها لبنانية أصيلة ومعمولة من أحسن ما يكون، بس لمسة ليلى كانت موجودة بكل صحن. يمكن لأنه بعدها بتشتغل بإيديها، بتجبل التبولة وبتقرص الكبب وبتلف ورق العنب مثل ما علمتها ستها. أو يمكن لأنها بتهتم بضيوفها. بليلى بتلاقي الناس بتقعد ساعات وساعات وبتسرد بجلسات وأحاديث وذكريات، كل لقمة بتجر كلمة. بس برأيي سرها الحقيقي لليلى إنها بنت أصل، تعلمت من ستها تتمسك بتراثنا وثقافتنا اللبنانية وتعطي من كل قلبها وروحها لضيوفها وتقدمهم مع رشة إبداع. هيك نجحت ليلى بمطعمها، مطعم ليلى اللي صار صورة صغيرة عن لبنان الطيب اللي ما بينشبع منه. هيدي هي قصة ليلى اللي صار اسمها ولقمتها على كل شفة ولسان. هيدي ليلى من لبنان.
Very interesting video, very interesting concept. Looks very savory. Mr. Tawfiq Boulos, please feel free to present your concept. I'm sure it's a very famous concept in Lebanon, delicious food. Mr. Tawfiq can talk more about it.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tawfiq Boulos. I am in charge of Layla operation in Lebanon and in the region. As you can see, a brief explanation about the concept. We're specialized in bringing the authentic Lebanese food and the culture of Lebanon into the restaurants and into the world. Layla restaurant has been exist since 16 years in Lebanon and as well 15 years in the region. We have franchise in Kuwait, in Dubai, Emirates, in as well in soon to come in Jordan, soon to come in Erbil, in Iraq. We are in negotiation for United States at this stage, and at the same time we are in Riyadh and Jeddah. We have around 16 different outlets in the region operating now, and the coming year there is 5 to come. All of them as a franchise business. We have a team of specialized people that works on developing flavors from Lebanon and ingredients from Lebanon and bring them to the restaurants and to our table. So, and also as well, we reflect the Lebanese hospitality in terms of front of the house and as well in terms of the back of the house. I would like to just go through a little bit, couple of points in our history of financially very quickly. We in Layla Restaurants, we just very quickly develop a kind of a return on investment which goes between 2 to 3 years for our franchise business in the region. This is a history that happens with us, considering that we are specialized, especially in our Lebanese food, and people in the region knows our food, knows our culture, and yet this is a big drive to bring customers and enjoy what we are offering. So this is briefly, the video explains about us. Our company only operates in one concept, which is Layla. We are focused on one brand, and we are looking to expand that brand worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tawfiq Boulos, for this lovely presentation with numbers, you know, the ROI. I think Mr. Tawfiq Boulos is going to put his contact information in the chat box for anyone who's interested in contacting them, knowing more about the concept. I'm sure Layla can have a huge success in the Brazilian market based on the facts and the data that Mr. Bruno Amado did in the beginning of the presentation. There's a big market for restaurants here, for franchises here. Mr. Jean-Paul Maroun will talk more about it later on in the presentation, specifically the restaurant business in Brazil. For now on, I'm gonna move on to a Lebanese descendant who works in Brazil for Lebanon. I'm gonna give the floor to Mr. Gabriel Jacob to talk more about Loja Ewamo Líbano, about the stuff, the activities they're doing, and Mr. Gabriel, please feel free. In Portuguese or in English, whatever you prefer.
Prazer, Anthony, muito obrigado mais uma vez pelo convite, é uma honra, é uma satisfação muito grande. Parabenizar você, a Câmara, a Embaixada, por esse trabalho tão impecável em poder conectar os brasileiros com o Líbano de uma forma sensacional. Eu vou apresentar brevemente aqui um pouco, me permitam compartilhar rapidamente a minha tela. Já estava podendo, já consegue visualizar? Bom, primeiramente, falar um pouco das 3 unidades de negócios que nós temos aqui no Brasil. Como o Anthony comentou, eu sou descendente de libaneses, com muito orgulho. E em 2010 eu fiz minha primeira viagem ao Líbano e me apaixonei pelo país. Achei o país muito, superou até mais as minhas expectativas. E quando eu voltei para o Brasil, eu resolvi fazer um trabalho voluntário de divulgar o Líbano de um jeito diferente do que se via aqui pela televisão e pelos meios de comunicação mais tradicionais. Até então, não existiam, nas redes sociais aqui do Brasil, nada que pudesse transmitir as imagens de um jeito, de um Líbano positivo, né? Então, nós acabamos criando diversas redes sociais, o Instagram chamado Líbano Brasil, a gente tem um grupo Eu Amo Líbano no Facebook, e entre outros, que a gente acabou criando desde 2010 até hoje, para compartilhar essas belezas, compartilhar a história do Líbano. Foi se somando muitas pessoas ao longo do tempo, e hoje nós temos mais de 100 mil pessoas na nossa base, nas redes sociais, nos e-mails e etc., conectadas com a gente através das redes sociais. Então, o que a gente percebeu que não era só uma base muito grande, era uma base de pessoas qualificadas, pessoas que tinham, assim como eu, um amor muito grande pelo Líbano. O engajamento das pessoas que têm origem libanesa no Brasil, ele é muito grande. As pessoas amam o Líbano, assim como nós. Então, nós percebemos o quê? Que existiam anseios, demandas dessas pessoas por serviços a serem prestados e conectar com o Líbano. Muita gente vinha perguntar sobre viagens ao Líbano e tal, e foi aí que a gente conseguiu desenvolver a nossa agência de viagens, que é a Líbano Tour. A Líbano Tour já está há mais de 8 anos no mercado de turismo. Ela é uma das primeiras agências de viagens que faz Brasil e Líbano, com foco no Líbano. Mais de 1.000 brasileiros atendidos no Líbano. através dos nossos pacotes de viagem. A gente é uma agência certificada pelo Ministério do Turismo do Brasil, reconhecida pelo Ministério do Turismo do Líbano, e nós temos muito orgulho em trabalhar esse destino, porque é um destino não muito conhecido dos brasileiros, mas que acabou, principalmente pelo nosso trabalho, se tornar um destino muito comum. A gente acabou se expandindo para outros países, então hoje a gente, claro, o foco é o Líbano, mas a gente trabalha a Jordânia, a Dubai, Turquia, entre outros países da região do Oriente Médio, e nós estamos aí trabalhando mesmo durante a pandemia, a gente não parou de trabalhar. Por mais que o turismo tivesse sido interrompido, nós continuamos investindo, divulgando, e hoje, somente no mês passado, nós já levamos mais de 60 brasileiros para o Líbano, para turismo. Então, isso é um orgulho para a gente, e é um orgulho para o Líbano também, creio eu, que a gente possa trabalhar. Com a pandemia, nós acabamos tendo um problema com o turismo. Então, a gente pensou o que mais poderíamos fazer para atrair e conectar os brasileiros com o Líbano. Foi aí que a gente desenvolveu uma loja virtual. A loja virtual Eu Amo Líbano, ela nasceu aqui no Brasil, no meio da pandemia, por um fato muito curioso. Durante as manifestações que tinham em Beirute no final do ano de 2019, algumas fotos eram compartilhadas nas redes sociais, inclusive de algumas meninas usando máscara do Líbano, entre outras coisas. E nós compartilhamos uma dessas fotos e teve mais de 2.000 comentários em uma foto das máscaras do Líbano, de pessoas, de brasileiros, querendo adquirir as máscaras. Até então, no mercado do Brasil, não tinha nenhum produto temático a ser vendido desse tipo. Então, nós começamos a trabalhar essa loja. A gente pensou, poxa, vamos só trabalhar a venda de máscaras? Não, vamos vender diversos produtos. Vamos criar uma loja virtual e dentro dessa loja virtual a gente vai concentrar lá produtos diversos, né? Hoje nós temos aqui, temos a loja virtual, né? A loja Eu Amo Líbano. Então temos produtos que vão de roupas até doces libaneses, produtos importados do Líbano. Temos até o mascote, o nosso tio Salim, né? Que é o nosso mascote da loja virtual. Nós temos bebidas importadas do Líbano, então vinhos da Ishtar, vinhos do Chateau Kefraya, nós temos produtos até de perfumaria, produtos inovadores, como, por exemplo, aromatizadores de ambiente com aromas e perfumes dos cedros do Líbano. Então, são vários produtos com o tema do Líbano que a gente oferece na nossa loja, que é uma loja de produtos nacionais importados. É a primeira loja de produtos 100% libaneses. Já temos mais de 5.000 clientes cadastrados na loja e a nossa ideia é, de fato, expandir para muito mais e conseguir conectar basicamente todos os libaneses que vivem aqui no Brasil. Além da loja virtual, também nós criamos uma plataforma, para finalizar, uma plataforma virtual de cursos online com o tema do Líbano. Então, nós temos 4 cursos hoje. Curso de árabe-libanês, curso de culinária libanesa, curso de história do Líbano e curso de dança do ventre. Todos podendo ser assistidos online, não precisa sair de casa para poder assistir o conteúdo. E os cursos de história do Líbano e culinária são gravados no Líbano. A nossa equipe que está no Líbano, ela vai até os restaurantes e mostra como os restaurantes lá, por exemplo, montam um quibe cru, criam, fomos até Baalbek para mostrar como que é feita a esfirra local, que é a melhor do mundo. Então, nós temos um conteúdo diferenciado. E é assim, através desses projetos, que nós conectamos os brasileiros com o Líbano, com muito orgulho. Nós temos esses 3 projetos e fico à disposição de todos, caso queiram entrar em contato comigo. Aqui estão meus contatos e, mais uma vez, muito obrigado, Anthony, muito obrigado a todos pela apresentação.
Obrigado você. Thank you, Mr. Gabriel Jacob, for this lovely presentation. I wanted Gabriel to participate with us for many reasons. First, this is a Lebanese descendant. He's a Lebanese descendant entrepreneur. And as you can see, he has many, many projects he's working on. I think for franchisors in Lebanon, you can get in touch with Mr. Gabriel, understand more about the Brazilian market as a whole. Maybe you can think about partnerships you can have together. As you can see, even in this pandemic moment, Mr. Gabriel managed to make sure that more than 1,000 Brazilians go to Lebanon with all the COVID and everything. So this also shows the spirit, the fighter spirit that Lebanese still have, even if they are descendants here in Brazil. So please, if you're interested, I highly urge you to get in touch with Mr. Gabriel Malouf, see what you can do together. He's a person who has this entrepreneur mindset, and we're happy to have him with us. Thank you again, Mr. Gabriel. He just left his contacts. Mr. Gabriel left his contacts in the chat. Please feel free to get in touch with him. I'm gonna leave the floor now to a very interesting concept that I had the pleasure to visit. Mr. Samer Kahil, the CEO of Kids Mundo, will present Kids Mundo much better than me. Later on, you'll have a video. Mr. Samer, please.
Thank you, Anthony. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Carla, also, and thank you, Bruno, for this initiative. Let me ask you a question. Who doesn't like to get entertained? I think everybody would like to get entertained. So this is what we do. We bring fun. Our mission is to bring fun to you and to your children and to every member in the society. I am the CEO of Kids Mundo. Kids Mundo is one of our entertainment project that started in Lebanon back in 2012, and then we expanded to Istanbul and Qatar. And we signed an MOU with Australia to open there. So again, what we do is, what is Kids Mundo? Kids Mundo, it's a resized city for kids, whereby any kid, any person can enjoy the real life inside Kids Mundo. You can be a doctor, you can be a banker, you can be an architect, everything you imagine, you can see it. And under Kids Mundo, you can learn the financial literacy, because inside Kids Mundo, you learn how to deal with money. When kids work, they earn money. When they get a service, they spend money. The video that you are going to see is the actual Kids Mundo in Beirut, how kids live the experience inside it, and what is the value of it for each and every member. One of our advantages is that each Kids Mundo city, we build it based on the cultural adaptation, based on the architecture of the city and the experiences that the kid will have. So Anthony, if you can play the movie, and you can keep the voice also, so it will give more insights about the project.
Sure, I'm gonna share the video right now for everyone to see more about Kids Mundo. Okay, can you see the video? Great.
Welcome to Kids Mundo International Airport. Middle East Airlines flight departure to Kids Mundo City. Passengers are requested to proceed to Gate 8. Thank you.
There's a city just like any other, but where children are in charge. A place made for kids and ruled by kids, where they can let their boundless energy, curiosity, and imagination run free. This is Kids Mundo Beirut. 10,300 square meters of built-up area designed to provide children between the ages of 2 and 14 with a uniquely edutaining experience that helps them discover and express their talents. Kids Mondo City is the only place in the country and the region that allows kids to think, learn and play as they take on the roles of adults and feel like grown-ups. Kids Mondo recreates every detail of adult life in an educational and entertaining environment where kids can choose from over 80 professions to role play, carrying them out just as adults do in a fun and informative way. Kids Mondo's citizens, or kidizens, take on the responsibility of managing the city, participating in its economy and taking care of its public services. Being in charge of the city teaches them teamwork and develops both their character and their sense of social responsibility. The journey to Kids Mondo starts out just like an adventure in the real world, beginning at the airport. With their tickets in hand, kidizens step into a wonderful world where new experiences await around every corner. Every step leads to a new place to discover or another establishment where kids can take on the roles they always dreamed of. Kids Mondo's uniqueness comes from providing an interactive and educational environment where kids wear the uniform and perform the role they are playing. Led by a highly qualified team of educators, they learn the complexities of the grown-up world, including its infrastructure, professions, and the value of money through circulating the kidla, which is the official city currency. This is why schools are including Kids Mondo as an essential part of their yearly trips. Kids Mondo provides daily recreational activities that attract visitors of all ages, including daily and distinctive artistic presentations, seasonal plays, fashion shows, talent shows, and other works presented by our young people in the city's streets, its main square or its theatre, all to maintain a vibrant, dynamic atmosphere filled with music, art, and entertainment.
What an interesting presentation. What an interesting video. I've been to Kids Mondo and I'm a fan. Mr. Samer, please, you can continue.
Thank you, Anthony. So I thought that the video is the best introduction for us. It can show you the real experience of the kid and the smile of the kids. So this is what we do. Again, we do consultancy and entertainment to each brackets. Kids Mondo, again, is one of our concepts. We have developed other concepts, outdoor concepts, that we have introduced to Doha. And now we're developing an innovation center for kids because we believe that the kids are the future. So as long as we keep investing in them, we keep developing our countries. Again, thank you, everyone. And if you would like to have if you have any question that I can answer, please let me know. I will share my contact details. And again, thank you and looking forward to see you face to face.
Thank you, Mr. Samer Kahil, CEO of Kids Mondo. I think with the growing demographics here in Brazil, so many children will be glad if they have a place like Kids Mundo they can go to.
By the way, Anthony, as long as we have 550 malls, I think we can do a great job.
Definitely, and especially some of these malls are for people from Lebanese descent. And I'm sure they're watching this on YouTube. So just a quick reminder, this is the Zoom that we have, but we're also live on YouTube. In the 3 days that we had more than 1,000 views. So usually we average around 300 views per week on these videos, on these 2-hour long videos. So this only shows how many people are interested here in Brazil in knowing more about what Lebanon has to offer. So Mr. Samer, please share your details as you just did. You can also share them on YouTube. I'm going to give the floor now to Mr. Mario Thoumi, who's going to present also a very famous franchise in Lebanon, Crepaway. I'm sure everyone who's been to Lebanon, especially people that went with Gabrielle Jacob, know Crepaway, very famous place, very famous chain of restaurants. Mr. Mario Thoumi, please, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Anthony, for everything you're doing for Lebanon and for organizing this amazing event. I hope everyone's doing well. I will present myself. My name is Mario Thoumi. I'm a partner as well as the head of communication at Food, Beverage and Entertainment, which is the holding that owns Crepaway and Nasma. I will keep it short and sweet because I'm going to divide my time between our two concepts. So I will share my screen now and try to give you as much info as I can. Sorry about that.
Yeah, during this time, I just want to remind everyone to stay with us till the end. We have some new announcements. You're not gonna just see franchises today. We have 2 special surprises in the end. So stay with us. It's gonna be worth it.
Sorry, I have a small problem with sharing my screen. 1 second. Okay.
As you can see, more and more people are joining this meeting.
Apologies again.
No worries. Okay, I'm gonna give a spoiler for what's gonna happen in the end of this presentation. We're gonna have the official opening of a new Lebanese Chamber of Commerce in Brazil. So as you know, and as you know from the presentation that Mr. Bruno Amado did, Brazil is a big country, 27 states, and you can treat each state as a country. Each state can be treated as a country. So we have a new Chamber of Commerce that's going to be presented in the end. Mr. Mario,
we can screen showing?
Yes.
All right. So our story begins 37 years ago when a young entrepreneur, driven by his passion for food, decided to drop his medical career to follow his dream of opening his restaurant. From a small crab kiosk in 1984, like you can see, the brand evolved into one of the most iconic casual restaurants in the region. Today, Crepaway operates 15 branches in Lebanon, and we are present through franchise in Nigeria, Sulaimania, Iraq, and Doha.
Driven by his passion,
Crepaway's
follow his dream of opening his restaurant.
I can hear my.
Like you can see, the brand evolved.
Crepaway's strongest asset is innovation. Over the years, we have offered guests novelties and quality, which is reflected in our diverse menu, offering a wide variety of famous appetizers, salads, burgers, platters, desserts, and of course, most importantly, our crepes. We are dynamic and we are constantly creating new specialties and new trends. We have seasonal promotions, monthly updates, and we follow on every big event that happens. For example, in the 2018 World Cup, we created the Brazilian burger, which had great success across Lebanon. Finally, the benefits of investing in us, of course, is our experience, our know-how. We have gathered over the year, and our willingness and eagerness to support our partners every step of the way to ensure a successful venture. So, of course, I will share my contacts in the messages and for any additional info. Now I will show you a very short video just to show you the mood of Crepeway. This was an event we had before COVID. You will notice there are no masks in the video, the good old days. So I'll just share this video just to show you a bit what I'm talking about. Of course. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry about that again.
No worries, no worries. It happens. Technology has given so much opportunities to be able to create an event like this free of cost, thanks to our partner, of course, with the translation, the Arab-Brazilian Chamber of Commerce. So we want to thank them again for providing translation and providing us with this premium Zoom. So yeah, technology has given us so much, especially during this difficult moment to facilitate our work. But yeah, nothing is perfect, as we say in
Sorry
France.
about that. I really apologize for this. I'm not being able to play the video. Actually, it kind of crashed. So I'm gonna.
No worries, no worries. If you didn't manage, I'm sure Crepeway is famous, not only in Lebanon, but in many countries. Congrats for opening in Nigeria.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to stop my screen sharing, and I will send the presentation by mail. Apologies again for that. I don't know why this is not working right now. I'll try again.
No worries, dear Mario. This happens. I'm going to send a follow-up email to all the participants, thanking you all for being with us, sending the contact information of everyone. It's going to be in Portuguese because we're aiming for the Brazilian market, and our main public here is Portuguese, is Brazilian, speak Portuguese, we speak Portuguese. So yeah, please feel free to send me all the information needed, and I'm going to.
Computer.
No worries, no worries. You can cut the screen, and I'm sure you're gonna have another opportunity to talk with people who are interested and show them the video. Thank you again, Mr. Mario Thomi, for this lovely presentation on Crepeway. Do you want to talk about Nesma also, or?
Yes, I will talk. I think the videos are not. I think the issue is in the video, so I will share it again, and I'll just talk about. Okay, sorry about that again.
Okay, we can see your screen.
Okay, so I'll talk about Nesma real quick. Nesma is the Arabic translation of the word breeze. This poetic label has been chosen for a genuine modern eatery that offers an exquisite taste of Lebanese hospitality and Levantine cuisine. Nesma offers authentic recipes with a contemporary twist, served in revisited and creative presentation. NASMA creates a harmonious new approach between past and future. Our knowledge and passion for traditional cuisine, coupled with our ability to look into emerging food trends, relying on science and technology when necessary, allows us to constantly evolve without forgetting who we are and where we came from. NASMA is the restaurant of choice for business lunches, social gatherings, intimate meals, and family outings. And I must say that every item on the menu has its own story. For example, here you can see what we call Sujo Uncle Miguel, which is basically a dish that was inspired by the Lebanese diaspora that traveled to South America, and shows a bit the mix between having a guacamole on sujo to create these kinds of twists that we are so proud of and that are quite unique to NASMA. The concept is detailed, yet simple for everyday operations. Our chefs outsource the finest raw materials from various local villages and farmers. And we are also specialized in doing plat du jours, and our desserts are something you definitely have to try. So we are also seeking partners that share with us the same business objectives and values, and we look forward to hearing from you. We can share a lot more details. I know I have limited time, so I'll try to play this video. If it works, it's great. This is our branch in Sulaimania. We have a franchise today in Sulaimania, and we are developing in more countries. I'll try to play the video, and I will share my contacts in the chat box. Thank you, everyone. Apologies for the delays and the mishaps. I hope I'll hear from you soon. Thank you.
No worries, Mr. Mario Thoumi. Thank you for this presentation, this video now that's playing about the restaurant NASMA, Beirut. As you can see, very well decorated. In Brazilian, we say bom gosto, and it shows the good taste that Lebanese have in decorations and in restaurants, not only in food. So, yeah, as you can see, a picture can say 1,000 words. So here it's a video, so many words. Very, very nice place, beautiful decoration. I'm sure NASMA can
thank you for this opportunity, Anthony, and thank you all.
Thank you, Ms. Mario Thoumi. Please, for everyone interested in knowing more about Grepaway and knowing more about NASMA, how you can collaborate, if there are people interested in opening a restaurant here, Lebanese descendants interested in opening a restaurant in Brazil with a true, authentic Lebanese taste, please feel free to contact these restaurants, these concepts that we saw, Mr. Mario, feel free to contact Mr. Maroon, Roy Maroon, Mr. Toufi. Very interested concepts. We're gonna move on. So I think it's our last restaurant, but we have other concepts to present. Our last restaurant presentation is not actually a restaurant. It's a very creative idea. I'm very proud to present it. You're also gonna see a very familiar face. If you have Instagram, you're gonna see a face that you know. So without further ado, I'm gonna present a video, I hope it works, of M'ammara, a concept called M'ammara. So I hope you can all see my video. You can all see the screen. Yes. Yes.
وين رايح نزل جيبك؟ ليك في هاي الكنيسة هون وفي الكنيسة هونيك وفي قدام بيتي، أنا فاضل قدام بيتي أوسع في كل شيء.
أنا بخبركم شو عم بيصير، هيدا فادي؟
خليني أمر بالدنيا.
فادي والتوك توك لبقت لك شيء على القد.
إيه يلا جيها.
Beautiful is twisted M'ammara. Nice. يلا. هات نروح نشوف فادي شو عامل.
يلا الحقني. عم نعمل كعكة رابلسية بطريقه شوي كثير مختلفه، وهلا رح تشوفوا كيف رح يتم تحضيرها مع هيدا التوك توك اللي بنبرم فيه لبنان.
رجع نبلش خبريه من الاول. طالع عند كريكور، التقيت بفادي. فادي عم يبيع كعكه ترابل سي ببسكنتا. كيف؟ ما بعرف. anyway هلا عم نشوف بندوق. بعرف انه هيدا الشيء كثير مهضوم. بعطيني اياه دق. يلا خبرني.
اوكي، انا الكعكه ترابل سي قصه انا وياها. كثير بحبها. كنت ما اروح على طرابلس لعند اهل مرتي ولا عند مرتي اول ما تعرفت عليها، نوقف ناكلها على الطريق. بعدين خطرت على بالي الفكره انه انا ليش ما باخذ هالكعكه وبطورها. فاخذنا الكعكه اشتغلناها على كونسبت تكون موبيل، ننقلها من مطرح لمطرح. يوجوالي بنوجد نحن باغلب الاوقات بالايفنتات او اذا حدا دعانا لعنده. بذات الوقت الكعكه بتجي باكج مرتبه بطريقه كثير حلوه. عندنا كذا فليفرز، اشتغلنا كثير على الفليفرز. عندنا حلو مالح، عندنا حلو مالح مع بعضهم مسمينهم تويستد. كلمة مقمرة لأنه هي شكلها مبرومة مثل القمر، وبس تتحمص مزبوط بتصير محمرة أكثر، مشان هيك سميناها مقمرة. وسميناها مقمرة وذ تويست أو مقمرة مع شعطة، لأنه فيها طعمة كثير 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 طيبة بتصير. وهلا بنضوقك وبتشوف بشو بتحب تبلش، بالمالح بالحلو ولا بالحلو المالح؟
الكعكه طرابلسيه يلي على الطريق بطرابلس حقها يمكن 500 ليره و 1000 ليره 1000 ليره. اليوم اخذناها على محل ثاني. شي مره اكلته كعكه فيها فته، فيها ستروبريز، فيها نعنع، فيها هوني ماسترد. طعمتها روعه. اساسا الاسيديتي تبع التشيز مش معقول، سويتنس تبع الستروبريز، خلطه غير شكل. محمصه مزبوط، سمسم على الوجه، مشروع. Very nice. أول وحدة. Next. سخنة قبل ما أحرق إيدي. One more try. 7 أنواع جبنة. 7 أنواع. ما كان بدي قصة تتبين مقطع مزبوط. كتير 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 غنية. كتير مهمة. Interesting mix of cheese. في السويت تشيز والسولتي تشيز والاسيدك تشيز كلهم مع بعضهم. 7 أنواع. أهم شيء زيت الكعكة طرابلسية الأصلية يلي معبية سمسم على الوجه.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing this video before everyone gets even more hungrier. So I'm gonna leave the floor to Mr. Fadi Sayah to talk more about this creative, interesting concept. The well-known face you've all seen is Mr. Anthony Rahail. He's our number one food blogger in Lebanon, promoting Lebanon always, all around the world. So, Mr. Fadi, please, if you can talk more about Mu'ammara and this creative idea you had, we'll be happy to hear you. Yes, we're listening. Mr. Fadi. I think his screen freezed. So again, internet problems maybe. Yeah, we've had some internet problems during some of the events. But it's a couple of minutes. I'm sure that Mr. Fadi will arrange the situation, and we're looking forward to hear him. No, we cannot hear you, Mr. Fadi.
Thank you for this interesting fair, and thank you for attending the fair. Thank you. Actually, the idea can you hear me well, or it's cutting?
It's cutting a lot.
I have to disable my. Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me well?
We're hearing you, but yeah, if you can make it, because it's cutting a lot. So I think the video
okay.
your concept.
Okay, the concept was created in 2005. We created a very dynamic concept. It's a very dynamic, so any small or large investor can take it abroad whenever they want to and wherever they want to. It's based on a Lebanese traditional Tripolitan bagel, and we've placed in it 40 different fillings. You can start by minimum 2 types of cheese, and you go up higher to whatever kind of filling you have. You can see we have 7 types of cheese with pork or meat or beef. It all depends on what the consumer would like to eat. We've built it in a way of owner-operator franchise. So if somebody wants to have 1 unit, he can have, or if he wants to have 100 units and he can sub-franchise, he can have as well. The concept is supported by 2 different entities. One is very well known into interior architecture for hospitality and F&B industry, and the other one is also well known into marketing for the same sectors, hospitality and F&B. Unfortunately, I wish the connection is much more stable so I can share the screen and do the presentation, but I'll be sending the links of the presentation and my contact over the chat box here. With this bagel, we thought of almost every international market, and this is why we are working with international suppliers to make it easy for people to operate the brand and to have the same taste all over, 90% the same taste, I can say. Our team is ready to back up any interested investor into developing the market or the region they want to develop. And the investments costs are very minimal compared to the return on investment. The return on investment is very short in terms of time. And on top of that, we were and still the first concept to make it to movie theaters. People are used in movie theaters to eat popcorn and nachos. Now they can eat mu'ammara. We have a regional partnership with the largest movie operator in the Middle East, and now we're looking to expand into other continents and countries. This is a fast brief about the brand. I'll be sharing our details and contact over the chat box. There will be 2 different links. One is related for Mu'ammara presentation in Portuguese and English, and another link is related to the entities and the team behind Mu'ammara. So whoever like to know more about Mu'ammara, they can contact us either by phone or by email or whatever they see it suitable to do. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you, Mr. Fadi Sayah, for this very this very interesting video where we see Baskinta in Lebanon, very nice region, very nice region. And very creative, thinking about, okay, we eat the popcorn in the movie theater, let's eat something else. So congrats on the deal with one of the biggest cinema operators, also making Lebanon proud all around the world. So if anyone is interested in getting in touch and knowing more about this lovely tuk-tuk, this lovely bus, this lovely concept of Mu'ammara, please feel free to contact Mr. Fadi Sayah. Mr. Fadi Sayah even took the time to make the presentation in Portuguese to accommodate interested investors, the people interested in working with him from Brazil. This only shows the level of professionalism and the flexibility that the Lebanese people, the Lebanese entrepreneurs, the Lebanese companies can offer to everyone willing to work with us. I'm gonna move on from the food concepts to something not expected as a franchise, a nursery home. I'm gonna present a video and then Ms. Dina Abu Zahr will present her concept called Ampersand. So thank you again, Mr. Fadi. We move to our next presentation. I'm gonna share my screen and show you this video. Afterwards, Ms. Dina will speak. So if I may. Okay. Can you see my video?
Welcome to Key Nursery, where we are committed.
Okay, I'm gonna try to share it again. This happens. It's a high quality video. This is why. Okay, let's try again. Can you see my video? Yes. Come on.
Educating children. Key Nursery has positively touched the lives of more than 7,000 children, demonstrating that our nursery network has the knowledge and unique time-tested curriculum to ensure children graduate with the resources needed for their critical skill development. The nurseries achieve this goal through the Key system, a comprehensive and coherent curriculum that can be applicable to any language. Our nurseries provide children with many different outlets to enhance their life skills through play. From classrooms to playgrounds, the nurseries are well equipped to ensure that children are exposed to multiple environments and benefit from diversity in their learning and playtime, and subsequently take full advantage of their nap time. Key Nursery showcases an exclusive and corporate identity within a well-established location and scenery. Our corporate identity is represented by a prominent red color with multicolored stripes, which is visible through our premises. Our exquisite nursery interior embodies our unique identity, which is featured on all our stationery and attire. Children experience an exceptional childhood through our curriculum, since they can learn through playful activities in a space filled with creativity, laughter, and happiness, thus enhancing their emotional well-being. Key also offers a special afternoon program containing activities such as coding, science, and music. At our nurseries, the Key curriculum is inclusive of children, working together in small groups on projects that aim to heighten their creative thinking and problem-solving skills. This provides our children with a diverse environment for them to explore, enable their skills to develop in a variety of areas, and building long-lasting friendships. Our curricula focus is on 5 key areas: cognitive, linguistic, social, emotional, and physical development, each of which play a vital role in creating the future leaders of tomorrow. Cognitive development involves language development, pre-literacy, pre-math, and pre-science skills. Linguistic development integrates pre-writing, pre-reading, and communication skills. Social development incorporates hygiene regimens, interpersonal skills, autonomy, and world discovery. Emotional development features arts such as music and crafts. Finally, physical development entails fine and gross motor skills. By providing instruction specifically tailored to building these 5 key areas, children depart our nurseries with the prominent skills needed to commence their educational school journey. Our booklet reports are a comprehensive reflection on all the skills and competencies the children gain through each month, tailored meticulously to each age group, which is taught and applied through our Key system and academic books. Our language boards are an ideal way to engage with our little ones during circle time. The Key app is our daily main communication tool with parents, where they can access their children's agenda, food menu, as well as see if the teachers have any requests or messages. From taking their very first steps to being completely autonomous, we assure all the little ones receive the Key values and principles to carry with them throughout their lifetime. We at Key Nursery aim to expand over the upcoming years steadily and strategically to offer a great number of children with the opportunity to benefit from our educational system. Our doors are open to children from all around the world. Be a part of the Key family now.
Okay, so we can have franchises as nurseries. I think Ms. Dina will talk more about this interesting concept. Like Mr. Samer Kahil said, children are our future. So it's very important from the beginning to make sure they have everything they needed so they can develop cognitive capacities that are needed in today's world, especially. So, Ms. Dina, please.
Hello, Anthony. First of all, thank you very much for hosting us.
If you want to put the video on so we can see you.
Hold on. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much for hosting us, Anthony. Key Nursery this year is celebrating its 40th anniversary. So we are among the first nurseries that have been opened in Lebanon. Our strengths are two things. First of all, the multilingual. We have a program that's multilingual and adaptable to all languages, different languages. So it could be Portuguese with English and French, or Portuguese with English and another language, or even maybe just two languages. We work a lot on the development of the skills of the children. And today, with the competitiveness among schools, it is very important to prepare the child to the school years. So, and we have seen the importance of it when we talk to schools. When a child has done the preschooling in a nursery, when he enters school, how easy it is for him to adapt the skills he had obtained. So basically, we have within our structure operation management and also education management. So we do have experts in both fields working with us in the company.
Great.
This is my 1 minute talk.
Great. Thank you for respecting the time, Ms. Dina Abu Zahir. Very interesting concept. This is not the first time that we see Lebanese concept idea in education being implemented in Brazil, or not necessarily Lebanese, but run by Lebanese people. We've also heard about Sabis in Campinas. I think nurseries, franchise nurseries that have a systematic method can be great for children to develop well. Please, if anyone is interested in ampersand and knowing more about these nurseries, or if you know how it can be implemented, feel free to contact Ms. Dina Abu Zahir. I'm going to send the information in the end in the email to follow up. Ms. Dina also can put the information for everyone to see in the chat box and on YouTube, where we have our YouTube live happening right now. So thank you again, Ms. Dina. We wish you all the luck in the endeavor. Very interesting to see a franchise nursery. We can be sure that it's standardized. There's a way to do things. So very interesting for someone very important as our children. All the best. Right now, I'm going to give the floor to Mr. Tawfiq Karam, who's going to talk about something we haven't talked about in the 4 days of the event. So as Her Excellency Ambassador Jazzar said, this is our 4th day, and we still didn't have a presentation about Lebanese nuts. And Lebanon is famous for the nuts mix they have. So Lebanon doesn't produce cashew nuts or pistachio, but Lebanon knows how to use creativity, how to use spices to make Lebanese nuts famous. And yes, even in Brazil, a country that exports cashew nuts, you can buy Lebanese nuts. We have many brands here like Arifai and Shukri Hamasi. And gonna leave the floor to Mr. Tawfiq Karam, who's gonna talk about Sherazad, a very famous nuts brand. Please, Mr. Tawfiq.
And it's an honor to be here presenting not just our company apparently, but the industry. So I'm going to start sharing my screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
So as you can see that I'm here presenting Shahrazad for Nuts. This is a company. Shahrazad for Nuts is owned by Marcia. It has been in the Lebanese market since 1984, offering a variety of roasted nuts to satisfy all tastes. We are committed to delivering high-quality products across Lebanon and abroad. Our company is a receiver of an industrial certificate from the Industrial Ministry of Lebanon, member of the Chamber of Trade and Industry, and ISO certified. It is to give our customers the best taste of roasted nuts and to provide a true savor and roasted nuts. Our vision is to go worldwide with the best mixed nuts made with the delicacy and delight, and to maintain as well the highest quality of our products as we aim for a continuous improvement of the company. As for our values, we ensure the best roasted mixed nuts prepared with love and delicacy. Our products are healthy and tasty. To ensure the high quality products we promised our customers, we worked on maintaining a traditional process of roasting. This will not only keep our standards and quality high, but it will also guarantee that each and every nut we produce has the high standards that we need. The initiative to go global. So to facilitate the task, we worked on receiving international qualifications and build a trust bond between us and our potential customers. Hereby, we aim on being ISO certified. As a first step, we worked on management skills and got guaranteed with ISO 9001-2015 as quality management system. As a second step, we worked on prioritizing food safety over any other point, and we were granted with ISO 2018 as food safety management. On our global journey, you can find our products in different countries around the Middle East and North Africa region and across Europe. You can find us in Qatar, Egypt, Romania, Armenia, Germany, and the Ukraine. And hopefully one day you can see us in Brazil as well. We offer a variety of products, starting with a mix of regular nuts and kernels in various sizes, as well as a various size of unique nuts. I would like to thank you for your time. If you would like to know more about our products and the variety that we offer, please scan the QR code and you will have access to our catalog. Sharing my information with you, so you can contact us.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Tawfiq Karam, for this lovely presentation. Very concise, all the information needed for the Shahrazad brand. We're very happy that you're managing to export to Spain, to other countries, and I'm sure the Brazilian market will be happy to have your products, at least Lebanese people. Thank you again, Mr. Tawfiq Karam.
To your country. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Tawfiq just put his information in the chat box. Anyone interested in having a nuts brand from Lebanon, feel free to contact him. I'm going to give the to a very special person that I had the pleasure to meet. He's a Lebanese descendant, first generation. He's gonna talk more about what he did. I'm not gonna go into it, but I'm sure everyone watching in Lebanon and in Brazil know the work that Mr. Jean-Paul Maroun and his late father have done. Mr. Jean-Paul Maroun, please, the floor is yours. I'm not gonna say anything.
Anthony, thank you so much for the introduction. I hope I can maintain the standard of all the presentations previous to me. First of all, I'm super proud to be here, super proud to see so many amazing companies from Lebanon doing so well and growing in the region. I will go briefly. I think that I need to go through my family history in order. I think there's like a huge parallel between my family story and what we're discussing here today. And then I can go into a little bit what my company does and the opportunities that are in Brazil now. So I was born in Lebanon. My family is Lebanese. My father, he started the first burger fast food chain concept in the Middle East in the early 1980s, okay? My father was the founder of the restaurant concept Winners in Lebanon. I believe most of the people from that generation remember the concept, know what it was. He was extremely successful in the beginning when he was in Lebanon, and during the war, with a lot of problems regarding the war, he was forced to move to another country. Okay, and so my mother, she had a sister that lived in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, and she insisted that my father moved here. So he took her advice and he moved, and very quickly he had already gotten a job. He started being a franchisee of McDonald's, and in 3-4 years he had the busiest McDonald's in Brazil. Okay, and then after 7 years working with McDonald's, he left. And together with the former president of McDonald's, they built the first unit of a really famous concept in Brazil, which is called Outback Steakhouse. So Outback is a casual dining chain from the US. And they built that in 1997, the first restaurant. And now, roughly like 24 years later, it's the largest casual dining concept in Latin America. Okay, so I think it's important to show you the numbers for you to understand the size of the Brazilian market. They have 110 restaurants today. They employ around 12,000 people, and they attend roughly 40 million customers a year. Okay, so we're talking about the largest casual dining operation in Latin America. So this is really important to show how capable the Lebanese entrepreneur is, right? So this is something that I think is really important to understand, that Lebanese entrepreneurs are very successful in Brazil because of their drive, their focus, their commercial ability. So this is something that's really amazing to see. And so taking that into comparison and to show like the opportunities that are in Brazil, there are maybe 1,100 McDonald's in Brazil, 700 Burger Kings. There are maybe 2,000 units of Subway restaurant chain here. The most sold item in the delivery market in Brazil is the Lebanese fiha. There's a concept called Habib's, and they sell hundreds of millions of fihas per year in delivery. So I think it's important to understand the size of the market and also to understand the opportunity that there is here. And how does that translate to me? I'm the founder and CEO of a startup company that operates kitchens for delivery. My company is called Mimic. So basically, we operate all of these delivery brands. It's the largest delivery operator, it's a verticalized delivery operator in Brazil. And I'll show you just a few numbers. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I'll just try to just share my screen here. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. So basically, just to go through the rationale of what we do here. When we started the company in 2019, delivery was starting to become a relevant category in terms of food industry in Brazil. However, the pandemic hadn't hit. Delivery represented roughly 5 to 10% of restaurant sales in 2019, and we understood that customer that was ordering the delivery didn't have the best experience, because most of the time the restaurant entrepreneur operator was focused on the physical location of the restaurant. So what did we understood, and we said, we have to start this business. We have to open our own kitchens, and we find the most amazing brands, the brands that we love the most, and we will take care of the entire delivery journey for that company. So this is how we created the business. First started as a dark kitchen business, then we moved towards a kitchen as a service, basically, which is what I'm mentioning to you. So we find these amazing brands, we partner with them, we tell them, listen, we're going to make all the food, we're going to take care of the entire customer journey for delivery, and we're going to make sure the product is unbelievable once it reaches the customer's house, customer's hands. So this is what we do. We take care of the entire journey. And obviously with COVID, this disrupted our company even more. We grew 5 times last year. So it was a big shift in our paradigm, right? And we really focus on this amazing customer journey. And now we're even more focused on developing tools for restaurants. So technology and software in terms of that. And just an overview here of what we do. We have we operate today six brands out of 4 are licensed brands. So we find these concepts, we license the brand, we pay royalties for the founders of these companies, the brand owners, and 2 brands are our own brands that we created in-house. Okay, we have 12 kitchens in São Paulo, and just for you to have an idea, we only have kitchens in São Paulo. We still haven't expanded outside of São Paulo, and only with these kitchens, for you to have an idea of the size of the market, we do 110,000 orders of delivery a month. So this is like how representative Brazil is, and how much opportunity there is for entrepreneurs here. And this is just kind of my overview here for how the market is and how things are going. I think that COVID changed a lot the industry, but there's also a lot of opportunity for Lebanese concepts here, and we're looking into expanding into categories for Arabic food, and so I think this is something that we're going to be really focused on for the next year or so, to develop a few new concepts and also partner with really amazing brands from all across the globe. Okay, thank you. And I will share my contacts just to make sure that everyone has my contacts. Okay.
Yes. Mr. Jean-Paul Maroun, an amazing person. The story of how we met is very interesting. It's a very short one. So I was talking with Mr. Samer Kahil about Kids Mundo and the possibility of expanding here in Brazil. And Mr. Samer Kahil, like any very well-informed CEO, starts talking to me about this new concept called ghost kitchen. So I do my research and I find Mimic. And then I keep reading about Mimic, and I discovered the CEO of it called Jean-Paul Maroun. Something very, this happens often with me in Brazil, is I find a Lebanese name or an Arab name of founder or co-founder of a startup, a company, a director. So I get in touch with Mr. Jean-Paul Maroun with the help of our great consul in Sao Paulo, His Excellency Rudi El-Azzi, that gladly gives me the contact of Mr. Jean-Paul Maroun after talking with him. And this is how the relationship started. And I know COVID helped a lot. COVID is horrible, not good. But it helped a lot the ghost kitchens. It helped a lot the delivery business. So I'm sure that many people will be interested in talking with Mr. Jean-Paul Maroun. Great experience here in Brazil, a true entrepreneur. And please, great person after all, feel free to contact him. We're gonna have a startup day. This is our next event. It will be a startup day. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about fintech. We're gonna talk about some very interesting products. We're gonna have, I hope, Ms. Claudia Schweire-Kojeksta, that's with us today, professor on co-founding platforms. Right now, we don't have much time, so I'm gonna leave the last 5 minutes to Ms. Silene Karam, who's gonna talk about a new Lebanese Chamber of Commerce that's happening in Paraná. Ms. Silene has been a great help. She's very passionate about Lebanon. You're gonna hear it in her voice, and she's here to help Lebanese companies penetrate the Brazilian market. Ms. Silene has contacts like you wouldn't imagine. I'm gonna leave the floor to you, Ms. Silene. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anthony. So I will start sharing my screen. Let's go.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay, great. So it's our huge pleasure to establish from now on the Chamber of Commerce Brazilian Lebanese in our state of Paraná.
If I may, Ms. Silene, please, I think you should double click on the PowerPoint so we can see it, because right now we only see one folder.
Okay. It's going on? Going? No.
Not now, but we still don't see it.
It's not sharing?
No, because I think you have to open you should open the DPS compact. Now we can see you. Now we can see you. Yeah.
It's our pleasure to start our Chamber of Commerce here in Brazil, in Paraná. And first of all, Anthony, I would like to thank Lebanon to believe in Brazil. This opportunity coming from the Ambassador Carla Jazar, and you, Anthony, as the attaché that is doing a very brilliant work over here. The top consuls we have in Brazil, they are very kind and good diplomat, working hard in this country. Mr. Rudy Elasi that pushed me to open the chamber over here, and also we are in touch with Rio de Janeiro. All the Chamber of Commerce that is already here, we are too happy with the work of the Chamber in São Paulo. Guilherme is also supporting us too much. And I thank the group in Lebanon, Rockland, that is hosting our office in Beirut. So you know that our history with Lebanon is too long. We started in Brazil when our emperor went to Lebanon. He learned how to speak and write in Arabic. And after all of this creation and the civil war comes, the family of Magedo, they came and they established it in south of Brazil. And we know that all of this changed our history over here. Just for you to know, our city in Curitiba has a lot of things that are as a mark of Lebanon over here. So you can see the stores, we have too many churches and also mosques in Paraná, Sunna, Shia, and the Orthodox and Maronite. And you can see there is a plaza in the middle of the city. When my brother was deputy mayor of the city, he launched Gibran Khalil Gibran Memorial Place. I am too proud to see it. It's our place in Curitiba. And also in the middle of the picture, you see the first store of my family called it Edith. So we are now in our city, a very close community. And Paraná is a place that loves Lebanon. We made a lot of changes inside our place, bringing the food, the way of making commerce, a lot of good politicians in our city and our state and even in the country are from Lebanese roots. In our place, we have a lot of judges that are Lebanese, and in medicine, as we know, when they came from Lebanon, it was too proud to have a son that is a doctor, and I am myself a medical doctor, making this after Magedo. Magedo arrived from Lebanon when he was 14 years old, and quickly he learned how to speak Portuguese. As all of the Lebanese, they are too smart and they learn things in a way that is more fast than we can imagine. So in engineering, in dance, in architecture, and even about the religion. So what is my goal with this chamber? I want to use the power of Lebanese abroad. We are really the roots that are spread all over the world. We can have one cousin in each corner of this universe. I know by myself, I have cousins in 24 countries. And when I do just a blink, we can bring them together. So I want to reconnect the new generation of Lebanese to support Lebanon. And I know that Brazil is the place because we are the biggest Lebanon out of Lebanon. And so I would like to use the abilities and skills from all the Lebanese people to improve their business and find also the solutions to cut the problem with taxes and help them to make the import and export methods. So my goal is really to rebuild the Lebanon out of Lebanon. And I know this is the main work for the diplomats. And I want to say that from the business side, I'm here to support it. So let's improve it and let's make this possible for us. We already started it. I have now with me 3 companies coming to Brazil The first one was Rockland. They launched the office inside our place in 2018. We are now building a project to bring Sigma cylinders into the country. They are searching the market and we are doing the business plan for them. And also you will see in the next meeting, the Hobocon company that have amazing boys doing very nice work. So just for you to know, people in Lebanon, you count with our Chamber of Commerce office inside the building of Rockland. It's headquartered by them at the Aya Tower. And I fully appreciated the work of Mr. Naji Hatem and Mr. Tarek Itani with us to bring all the companies that we could put together in this food and commerce market with Anthony. And I would like to say something very important, that all these restaurants from today, if they are here in Brazil, I will be 10 kilos more fat because I am crazy about them. We have the experience in Lebanon about all of them. And for me, it will be very, very nice to see them spreaded inside Brazil. And I am sure we have the market. Brazilian people enjoy too much the Lebanese food. And we are not ashamed to say that the Lebanese food is the best ever. So you know where is the office. You are more than welcome to be there to talk about the business and make the connections between Lebanon and Brazil. And we are supported by them. So now I want to show you just how is it our chamber in Brazil. We are hosted in another office. I would like to stop sharing this screen and send the other video for you. Just a minute, please. Just for you to know where we are based in Brazil. So I will talk a little bit in Portuguese now for my people. Eu gostaria de dizer, sejam bem-vindos ao nosso primeiro escritório da Câmara de Comércio Líbano, Brasil, no Paraná. Nós contamos com a ajuda de vocês para fazer com que essa experiência seja magnífica. Contamos com o apoio de todos os comerciantes e as pessoas que têm a liderança no Paraná. Eu sou muito grata a poder representar o Líbano aqui. O Líbano é a minha paixão desde sempre para sempre. Acredito que seja isso, Anthony. Thank you so much. And I truly hope to be in touch with you and that Lebanon will be better soon. And I thank Thyssen Group to host our chamber inside the office. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Sileni Karam. Ms. Sileni Karam is an example of the lovely Lebanese descendants that I meet, not every day, I'm gonna say every week, who still have the heart in Lebanon. So please, companies that are interested in entering the Brazilian market, feel free to talk with Sileni, feel free to talk with the Rockland Group that's affiliated with the Chamber of Commerce of Ms. Sileni Karam. She'll do whatever she can to help you. She'll introduce you. She has her heart in Lebanon. You can hear it from the passion in her voice. So please feel free to contact Ms. Sileni Karam for any inquiries about the Brazilian market. Yes, indeed, Brazil is a bigger Lebanon. We have the same characteristics in every city, and anyone from Lebanese descent can tell you this. So on this, I'm gonna end this fourth day of our first virtual fair, and it's our first virtual fair because we're gonna have a second virtual fair, a second edition soon, because I've been contacted by so many companies interested in participating, interested in the exposure. I want to thank LBCI, I want to thank MTV, I want to thank Télé Liban for covering our events. They've done great. I'm going to recap very, very quickly about what we've seen in these 4 days. So the first day was about traditional food, olive oil. The second was about wine and the Lebanese spirits. We saw gin, we saw vodka. The third day, it was about our industry, Lebanese industry. So we had Sigma cylinders. We had so many different companies in the medium-sized industries in Lebanon, medical, plastic, and so forth. On this fourth day, we had Casper and Gambini presenting their concept, this lovely restaurant. Layla also. We had Mr. Gabriel Jacob, who presented the work he's doing here in Brazil with Lebanon. So please feel free to contact a Lebanese entrepreneur that's here in Lebanese descendant. We had Kids Mundo showing us how we can be entertained and how our kids can grow and understand the real world. Very interesting concept. We had Nasma and Crapaway and Ammara. We had Ampersand explaining their nursery franchising concept. Mr. Tufik Karam talked about the Lebanese nut brand called Sherazad that's being exported to many countries like the Ukraine, for example, and seeing a market over there. Mr. Jean-Paul Maroon talked to us about a very big franchise here called Outback. His father co-founded, talked about Winners, a huge franchise in Lebanon that I'm sure many people remember. I remember Winners. And Mimic, his latest company. And finally, Ms. Silene Karam ended our day with a lovely presentation about the new Chamber of Commerce in Paraná. So Brazil is a big country, 27 states. Each state should be treated as a country by its own. So each state can have a Lebanese chamber, should have a Lebanese chamber, and Lebanese entrepreneurs interested in Brazil should be more interested about the states in Brazil and treating Brazil as a 27 sub-countries and not just one big country. So finally, I want to thank our partners. I want to thank all of them. We've had 23 partners for these events. We have had the Association of Industrialists in Sao Paulo. We've had the CNC, the Conselho Nacional of Commerce. We've had the FIESP. We've had the CNE, the ABF, the Brazilian Association of Franchises. So many partners, the Chambers of Commerce, the Lebanese Chambers of Commerce, Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, the Arab Brazilian Chamber of Commerce, the Chamber of Commerce in Paraná. I want to have a special thanks to the Arab Brazilian Chamber for allowing us to have their Zoom, have their technology, allowing us to have translators for these 4 days of the event. Ambassador Shahfi, the president of the chamber, the CEO of the chamber, Tamer Mansour. I cannot let this event go without thanking you personally for all the support. Last year, the Arab Brazilian Chamber gave 10 Lebanese companies free memberships for 6 months, 10 Lebanese companies. I want to also thank a journal called Jornal do Líbano for allowing 10 advertisements. 10 advertisements. Usually each advertisement have the cost of $1,000. They gave us 10 advertisements for free. So I want to thank you. I want to thank Ms. Lou Braga for this opportunity. I want to thank Ms. Beatriz from the Chamber of Commerce for helping me personally a lot with this event, with the technology. So Ms. Beatriz, Giovanna, Mariana, the translators, thank you a lot. If I'm gonna go on thanking, I'll finish tomorrow. So finally, I'm gonna send an email. So please check your email box. You're gonna have an email, a follow-up about all what happened in these events, all what happened today. Check our box. Our next event will be, as I mentioned, about startups. I'm gonna keep you all updated. Thank you again. And if you want, Beatrice, you can unmute everyone. So if you want, you can unmute everyone so we can have a proper goodbye, like in events. These events also serve for us to network, to meet new people. So yeah, there will be many more events like this. I want to thank you all for the last time, and I hope to see you soon. And I hope to see these Lebanese restaurants, these Lebanese franchises, and these Lebanese companies more present here in Brazil. I'm at your disposal for any help. Okay, so we cannot unmute everyone. If you want, you can be unmuted. I'm gonna tell you ciao and see you next time, everyone. Thank you. Bye.